it's Sean from Shy Girl Makeup, and I have another video for you guys. This one's going to be a little different. It's not going to be a tutorial, but this one's going to be more of a Q&A type of video. A couple of days ago on my Instagram, I made a post just saying, hey, ask me 20 questions hair related, and I'll give you guys my answers in my next YouTube video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do that once a month, and you guys can ask me whatever it is you want. It can be hair related, beauty related, skincare, makeup, whatever it is. This first one was kind of focused on hair care, but the next ones won't be so focused. So again, that's what this video is today. I will make a disclaimer. I am not a scientist. I'm not a licensed cosmetologist or anything like that. The advice that I give today is purely just what I do for my hair and what works for me. And as with anything, it's going to be trial and error. And my hair, it may work for me, but it might not work for you. So don't comment saying, hey, I told you to do something and it didn't work, because look, I don't know nothing, and I'm just telling you guys what works for me. Questions. So what is your complete regimen? So I typically keep my hair up in these perm rod sets or whatever style. It needs to be up at least 10 to 14 days. And what I find is my hair is going to be tangled. So prior to washing my hair, I'll do what's called a PrePoo. And that's just using conditioner and coconut oil. The conditioner that I use is the Trader Joe's Tea Tree conditioner. I'll mix that half and half, and I'll actually apply that to my hair to kind of help detangle it, because I haven't detangled my hair in 10 to 14 days, so there's going to be a lot of knotting, a lot of tangles, and I need a good product that kind of melts those tangles away. So I'll leave that in for maybe 20 minutes, or sometimes I'll even leave it in overnight. And I find that really helps detangle my hair. And I don't co-wash. I do sometimes, but I rather just wash my hair. So after I properly detangle my hair, I'll wash my hair. And my shampoo that I use faithfully, I've tried a lot of other ones, but this is my go-to shampoo. My hair always works right with this, and it definitely moisturizes my hair. Is Elucence. I think it's called Moisture Balance Shampoo, and I'll make sure to list all my products below. But that shampoo is just awesome. My hair can get really dry sometimes, especially in the winter, and I find that hair helps me retain moisture. It's just really good, and it helps detangle as well. Like, I love it. I've been using it for many years now. So that's my go-to shampoo. Once I finish washing my hair, I typically wash it 2 to 3 times depending on how dirty it is. I do a deep conditioner, and I use again, Elucence Moisture Balance Conditioner, and I'll let that set in, and I always do steam treatments, so I'll let that set in, and I'll get under my steamer for maybe 15 to 20 minutes and let that kind of marinate in my hair, and I do a cold rinse after that. Let me take a step back and just speak about the steamer. I faithfully use the steamer every time I wash my hair, unless I'm doing a protein treatment. I just find that the steamer has definitely helped my hair retain moisture. It seems like it's easy to detangle. It gives it a good sheen, and I just think it's awesome. So I always do a steam treatment, and sometimes I do it for 10 minutes, sometimes I'll do it for 20, but no more than 20. And I just think it's awesome, and it also helps my skin as well. So next question, why don't you do wash and goes? So I get this question a lot. I am not a wash and go type of a girl, not at all. That requires too much work, and as you guys know, I am a lazy natural. I need a style that's going to last 10 to 14 days, and with wash and goes, I have to wet my hair daily. I have to braid it. I have to twist it. I have to do something to it, which is not conducive, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to sign up for that. So I choose not to do them. And then also, being from Chicago, it's kind of hard to do wash and goes in the winter months because it gets so cold, and it takes my hair forever to dry. So I'm definitely not a wash and go type of natural girl at all. So the next question is, how often do you trim your ends? Before I went natural, I would faithfully get my ends clipped every time I did, you know, a touch-up for my relaxers. And then once I started transitioning, I would get a trim, or more so a haircut, every 6 weeks, because I was trying to trim out that relaxer. Now that I'm fully natural and I don't use a lot of heat, I find that I don't really have to trim my hair as much as I would have in the past when I was relaxed. So I typically try to trim my hair every 6 months or as needed. I really listen to my hair. If I'm getting fairy nuts or anything like that, that lets me know, Sean, it's time to, you know, do a trim for your hair. So, you know, I typically trim maybe twice a year now. Next question is, what is the best or quickest way to grow out your relaxer without doing a big chop? So as you guys know, I didn't do a big chop. I didn't look good with a bald head. I wanted my hair. So the styles that I did to kind of help me grow my relaxer out was, I did a lot of sew-ins. Actually, I think that was my only protective style, just sew-ins. And what I did is I did sew-ins from April of 2011 up into April of 2014. So pretty much 3 years faithfully I wore sew-ins. And that really helped me quickly transition from relaxer to natural. And it also helped me retain length. How do you care for your hair under your sew-ins? So as I mentioned earlier, I transitioned by using sew-ins. And what I would do with my sew-ins, I'll get a sew-in. I never did nets, so I just didn't like them. I need to feel my hair. I need to be able to get to my braids, and I need to be able to, you know, apply moisturizer or whatever it is. And I found with nets that would be hard. So I never did nets. I also made sure to find someone who didn't braid my hair tight, because I'm not about that tight life. And you know, I want my edges, so it was important to find a good person that knew how to do my sew-ins as well. So I would get my sew-ins done. I'll keep them in for 8 to 10 weeks. What I would do in between that time, I never went to the shop. I would wash my hair every week and a half, and I would use a small nozzle bottle. I guess you can call it a color bottle or whatever. It had a nozzle on it. And I would fill that in with either leave-in conditioner that was moisture based, or I would use protein. And at that time I was using Infusium 23. And I would kind of, you know, put that inside my braids to make sure my braids was getting conditioner or protein treatments as well. And I would do that every time I washed my hair. How did you maintain your last protective style? Did you use any products on the actual wig, and what about your leave out? So you guys may not know this, but I wore a U-part wig, which is it's right here. You'll see it behind me. But what a U-part is it's a wig that is sewn onto a cap, but then you have leave out as if you was doing a sew-in. So this area here was my leave out, and then the wig was sewn all around, you know, the perimeter. And I'll put a picture of me with the wig on. So what I did for the wig is I treated it just like it was my hair, to achieve the same curl pattern and make sure the wig blended really nice. I did a braid out, and I braided my hair into the weave. You know, when you incorporate your hair into the weave, it's going to help make blending, you know, much more easier. I also used some setting lotion and some Deva Curl Gel on the wig and my hair to kind of help, you know, make that braid out set really nice and pretty. So I did the braid out, and then I rolled the ends with I think the white perm rods, slept in it overnight, unraveled it, and it looked exactly like my hair. The only reason why I didn't keep the wig in longer than a week was because I was being lazy. I didn't dye the wig, and the wig was more of a 2, and my hair color is more of a 1B, so I wasn't happy with the color of my leave out with my wig. Like, that wasn't a good look, so I took it out. But had I colored it, you know, I probably would have kept it in more, because it did blend really well with my hair. And the products that I used on it, like I said, I used setting lotion. More than likely I use Lottabody, maybe 1 part Lottabody to 3 parts water. That's what I always keep for my setting lotion. And I use the Deva Curl Gel. What's a good flat iron? So the flat iron that I use is a Babyliss titanium flat iron. I'll have a link, or I'll list the product below, but I'll also put a picture of it up above. I don't know what side, but I absolutely love that flat iron. You have to be careful. I think it goes from, the temperature is like from 5 to I think 30. I don't know if that's 450 or how high it goes, but I try not to go above 25 or 30 on the dial, just because I feel like that may be too hot and I don't want to get heat damage. But that definitely helps me flatter my hair. I only have to do 1 pass. I do use the chase method, but I don't get a lot of damage. I always use heat protectant, and it gives a really, really good shine to my hair after I'm finished flat ironing. So that's my go-to flat iron. How often do you straighten your hair, and how do you retain your length? I only straighten my hair maybe 4 times a year. I used to be, crazy about heat, crazy about flat irons. And of course, I was relaxed and my hair wasn't healthy and all that good stuff. And now that I'm educating myself and understanding hair, and my hair more importantly, heat's not good for my hair. Heat's not good for being natural, period. But as with anything, if you do it in moderations, it can be okay. So, and I think it's important to prep your hair really good if you're going to do heat. So if I know I'm doing heat, I make sure I do a deep conditioner. I make sure I set under the steamer. I make sure I do a protein treatment. And I make sure that, I use the chase method, where I'm chasing my hair with a rat tail comb to kind of help get it straight. I only use my flat irons at, I think, 25 or 30, and it goes up to 50. I don't know what that number is, but I don't go high. I stay somewhere in the middle. I only do 1 pass, and I swear by heat protectants. So how do I manage my hair without heat? I try to stretch my hair. You'll see in my videos where if I want a longer curl or, longer styles, I'll stretch my hair, which is really easy. I will dry on cool air. I would use the dryer on cool, use cool air on my hooded dryer. I would do braid outs, I would do twist outs, and just stretching your hair. You can stretch your hair and make it look like, well, I can, let me put it that way. I can stretch my hair in which it looks like I've, blow dried my hair on high heat with no problem. So it's just finding that good balance of how to stretch your hair so that you don't get the shrinkage and you get the results. Excuse me, what is your daily maintenance for your rod sets, and how do you keep them looking good for so long? So actually the next video that I'm gonna do will be a tutorial, quick tutorial, just showing you what I do nightly, like my nightly routine to kind of keep my perm rods nice and fresh. But all I do is I use a bonnet and I use a wrap. So I'll wrap my hair, I'll pull it up, wrap my hair, and then put the bonnet on. I don't pineapple. I find when I used to try to pineapple, my curls didn't last as long for whatever reason. And I also found that my hair got a little frizzier much quicker. So I don't like pineapple, and plus I can't, put all this hair up in a ponytail. It takes me forever, and I don't like doing that. So we don't pineapple over here, but I do bonnets, and I use a wrap, and that kind of helps me retain my perm rods. And again, as you'll see today, this perm rod set is exactly a week old. I want to say, yeah, I think last Wednesday, and today is Wednesday, and it still looks pretty good. And what I do nightly is, before I go to bed, I will use some shea butter or the Nourish and Shine by Jane Carter's solution, and I'll just rub it on my ends, just because I want to make sure those are nicely moisturized. And then I'll also spray some coconut oil on my hair and kind of rub it through, and then I'll pull my hair up, put the bonnet on, and then in the morning I just kind of finger it out. Now if I find that it's getting frizzy or it's starting to look old, my #1 styling tool is bobby pins. I'm telling you, bobby pins can take any style from looking old and shabby to nice and new and make it look good. So I do bobby pins, and I actually use some different bobby pins. I actually use these bobby pins. I don't know if you can see these or not, but I'll make sure to put a picture up. And those, you know, I find those kind of hold my hair and kind of hold the style in place way better than just a regular, you know, basic bobby pins. But you know, when my hair gets old, you know, I'll pin it up, I'll pull it up. I do new different styles with my flexi rod and perm rod sets, so that it looks new and it looks like, you know, the curls are good. But, you know, we definitely got frizz going on up in here. You guys just won't see it because I pinned it up so you can't see it. So, number 10, in your opinion, which one is more challenging, relaxed hair or natural hair? I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna keep it real. Natural hair is challenging, it's expensive, it's time consuming. You know, I can't just wake up and go. If I don't have my bonnet on at night, I look like who done it and why. When I was relaxed, I didn't have these problems. But again, you know, I love my natural hair. I wouldn't change it for the world. I would stay natural. You know, with my relaxed hair, my hair stays straight. I didn't have to worry about when I worked out, you know, how would my hair look afterwards. I could swim and still look good with that straight hair with no problem. You know, if I go swimming now, I look like who done it and why, because I'm getting some shrinkage and it just looks crazy. But, you know, it's cool, you know, because I do like my natural hair. I'm starting to explore more natural products too, so it's not as expensive because I'm making my own products. But I just feel like, you know, I love my texture. I love how my hair looks. And I love the versatility of it. I mean, I can do whatever style I want with natural hair that I could with relaxed, but even more. And I'll put up a picture to kind of show you guys all the styles that you can do, or that I have done with natural hair. And that wasn't even all the styles that I've done, but I love my natural hair. So, you know, I think, back to the main question, I think relaxed hair is easier to deal with just because it's not as time consuming, but natural hair is where it is. So I love it. Do you do protein treatments, and if so, how often? Or do you prefer cholesterol hair treatments? I've never used a cholesterol hair treatment, so I don't do them. I absolutely do protein treatments. I love them, and you know, when done correctly, I think, you know, your hair can definitely thrive from them. I am old school. My mother used to use Aphogee on me when I was younger, I should say. And I remember it smelled awful, it was sticky, it was messy, and I hated it. And I never understood why she wanted to always use it, but now I know why. I will put up a picture to kind of show you. In the past, I've had some shedding. I didn't have breakage, but I had a lot of shedding. I shed a lot. And I typically try to do Aphogee treatments every 8 to 10 weeks. And it definitely has minimized my shedding. I think it's important for your hair to have a good balance of protein and moisture in it. So make sure you don't go overboard. But when done right, protein treatments will definitely help your hair, because, you know, if you're experiencing breakage, shedding, or anything like that, it's definitely going to help minimize those things. So question, and that's why I was really excited to kind of respond to this one, is during your natural journey, did you ever want to give up being natural? And what advice do you have for other naturals? So, you know, did I ever want to give up on being natural? Absolutely, yes, absolutely. Even now, I have moments where I'm like, look, this is too much work. I'm tired. I don't feel like PrePooing, shampooing, making avocado mess. I ain't got time for all that. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go ahead and go back to the creamy crack. But, you know, I kind of remind myself, like, you did it this long.